Hare Krishna, so welcome everyone. Thank you Satyan Prabhu for kind words. I hope someday I'll reach there, whatever Prabhuji has spoken. So such big expectations. So today we'll be discussing, there are lots of things which I wanted to discuss. Let's see, we'll go on till 8:45 and then we'll have Chaurashtakam Bhajan also, and then we'll go for Prasad, dinner Prasad, and tomorrow morning we'll be leaving early for Karoli. So far we have discussed, heard so many stories about the appearance of Govindadev, and all our practice of spiritual life is to bring us close to Krishna, to make us grow in our commitments. So one time I was hearing Gaur Vilas was saying 3 things are required in spiritual life: willingness to perform sacrifice, willingness to perform exceptional efforts, and willingness to take risks. Sacrifice, efforts, and risks. And today we'll be hearing a wonderful story of how the deities of Govindadev and all the deities, they moved from Vrindavan and they came to Jaipur. It is an exceptional story of sacrifice, efforts, and risks which devotees took to come close to Krishna. And we all know what all risks Prabhupada has taken to bring all of us close to Krishna. Otherwise, before coming to Krishna consciousness, we didn't know who is God, who was, मतलब धोती कुर्ता मतलब गांव वालों का ड्रेस. अभी तो हम लोग धोती कुर्ता पहन के we are moving and we are happy about it. We have learned so many things in Krishna consciousness. Otherwise, previously we would go to different temples on different days. सोमवार को कहाँ जाते हैं? शिव जी के मंदिर. ओके. ट्यूसडे हनुमान जी. वेडनेसडे गणपति. थर्सडे साईं बाबा. फ्राइडे संतोषी माता. और सैटरडे को शनि दर्शन और संडे को दूरदर्शन. छुट्टी, भगवान को भी छुट्टी, हमको भी छुट्टी. But after coming to Krishna consciousness, we have realized that Krishna is Supreme Lord. Ishvara, Parama, Krishna. We have heard so many different types of, leelas and wonderful philosophy. So we have to be eager to hear and practice those philosophy. Krishna bhakti rasa bhavita mati kriyatam yadi kutopi labhyate तत्र लौल्यम अपि मूल्यम एकलम जन्म कोटि सुकृतिर न लभ्यते. अभी सत्यानंद गुरु ने ऑर्डर दिया तो थोड़ा संस्कृत बोलना ही पड़ेगा. So if you want to get something in this world, कुछ तो पे करना पड़ता है. फ्री में कुछ नहीं मिलता है. What's the price we have to pay to get this taste for Krishna consciousness? All of you have got some taste ना. थोड़ा तो मजा आता है ना. How many of you are excited coming here? Say loudly, Hari Bol. So all of us have tasted little bit of that drop of nectar. कुछ तो मजा आ रहा है, इसलिए still we are hanging on. इतना गाली सुन के कल बेचारे 10-15 लोगों को बाहर खड़ा किया था. फिर भी वो लोग बेचारे अभी भी आ रहे हैं. Still they are there. है ना? कल वाले जो बाहर थे, अभी कोई बोलेगा नहीं. So we have gone through so much of hard work, Day 1 Satyanand I think told, तपस्या मतलब सुबह में मंगल आरती को बुला लो, और आज सुबह 4 घंटे का क्लास सुना दिया. इससे बड़ा तपस्या और क्या होगा? All of us have undergone such intense tapasya because we want some nectar. What is the price we have to pay to get that? Any thoughts? क्या पे करना पड़ेगा अगर हमको सच में रस चाहिए भक्ति में? तो constant efforts, okay. What else? Patience, time, desire, discipline. अरे जो भी सुना है सब बोल दीजिए. But Rupa Goswami says something interesting. Yes. So all these will come when we have one thing in our life. Krishna bhakti rasa bhavita mati. He is saying जहाँ कहीं भी मिल रहा है खरीद लीजिए. क्रियताम मतलब खरीद लो. कुतोपि जहाँ पे भी मिल रहा है. What's the price we have to pay? Tatra laulyam. The laulyam is the price. The greed is the price we have to pay to come close to Krishna, to get that rasa of Krishna consciousness. And that's why we have come here, struggling so hard, सुबह दिन भर, सुबह से धूप में घूम रहे हैं, and dancing in kirtan and hearing lectures. So it is all wonderful experience so that we can come close to Krishna. So when we come in Krishna consciousness, there are various stages in which we come close to Krishna. First stage is, person says, I will never go to ISKCON. How many of you had this thought before coming to Krishna consciousness, becoming devotee? ये ISKCON में तो कभी नहीं जाऊँगा. किसी को ऐसा लगता था? या फिर प्रसाद खाने के लिए जाऊँगा. some people were there, right? कभी भी इन लोग के जैसा चैंटिंग करना और धोती कुर्ता पहन के तिलक लगा के, ये सब तो फैनेटिक लोग हैं. I am practical. I won't do it. Then we come to next level. I want to do it, but I can't do it. I have so many bad habits. I have friend circle. And then somehow by association of devotees, we come to the next stage. What is the next stage? What can be the next stage? कोई सोचना चाहेगा? We come to the next stage of I want to do it. मुझे करना है, but still it is very difficult. As soon as the desire comes to do anything good in Krishna consciousness, please do it immediately. पता नहीं वो इच्छा बाद में आएगी कि नहीं. So that's what Vibhishan, when he comes to Lord Ram, he tells, oh my Lord, now I have made a decision to come close to you. Please accept me immediately. मैं तो anyways राक्षस हूँ. I can change my mind anytime. So please accept me now. So our mind is a demon. We have to immediately surrender to the Lord. As soon as the desire comes, beta mala karna chahiye. Kar lo extra mala. And if you are chanting little extra, coming here in Jaipur, कोई लोग extra mala कर रहे हैं, हाँ तो कहीं. तो यहाँ पे जयपुर में we have come to experience that taste for doing something more. अपनी रेगुलर जो करते हैं वो तो करना ही चाहिए. Many people are 8 rounds, 10 rounds. Try to do 16 rounds every day in Jaipur. We'll get a taste of what it feels to chant 16 rounds. कैसा लगता है? तो शुरू में तो एक माला कर लिया तो लग रहा था पहाड़ तोड़ दिया. But we have to get that taste. And then slowly we come to the next stage of how to do it. करना कैसे? And then ultimately we think I will try to do it. And then we come to the stage I can do it. So I think most of us have come to this stage I can do it now. And it is all possible by association of devotees. Ekaki amar nahi paye bal hari nama sankirtane. Alone we are no one. किसी को लगता है मैं अकेले chanting कर लूँगा. अकेले I will practice bhakti. It is not possible. Even after hearing so many things, still we slip, we fall. But still, we should be in association of devotees. So we'll begin with our pranam mantra. I have put on the WhatsApp 3 words, pranam mantras of the 3 deities which are very special. The pranam mantra of Madan Mohan, Govindadev and Gopinath. So सब लोग प्लीज अपना मोबाइल निकालिए, व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप पे हमने डाला है. You can follow. Jayatam Surato Pango Bhavamanda Matiragati Matsarvasva Padam Bhojam Radha Madana Mohano Divya Vrindaranya Kalpadrumadaha Srimad Ratnagara Simhasanastho Srimad Radha Srila Govindadevo Krishnalibhi Sevyamano Smarami Shriman Rasarasarambhi Vamshivata Tatasthitaha Karashanveno Smanai Gopi Gopinatha Shri Estunaha should all memorize. कल हम मदन मोहन जाने वाले हैं. Please try to memorize this and recite in front of the Lord. We should not just ask for ourselves. We should first glorify the Lord. Most of the times हम लोग मंदिर जाते हैं तो पहले सबसे पहले एंट्री टेम्पल में किया नहीं कि भगवान मेरा लस्ट परेशान कर रहा है. I am troubled by greed, envy, pride. अरे तू अच्छा तो बोलो भगवान के बारे में. Just learn to glorify the Lord. And the easiest way to glorify the Lord is to offer the pranam mantras. So Kaviraj Goswami says, "Ei teen ठाकुर गौड़िया के कोरिया छेना आत्मसात, ei तीनों चरण बंदो तीन मोरनाथ." So these three deities are the life and soul of all the Gaudiya Vaishnavas. And in the morning, Shrikant Krishna Prabhu very nicely described, we are Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Parampara. We are coming in that. So therefore, we should try to learn and memorize these prayers and offer in front of the Lord. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he went to Vrindavan in 1515. Rasigram Prabhu described in detail in the morning about the history. And Kaviraj Goswami describes how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu chose best of the personalities to execute his mission. What was the mission of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Chaitanya avatare vahe premamrita vanya, sab jiva preme bhase prithvi hoila dhanya. Ye vanya ye jina bhase se jiva char, koti janme kabhutar nahi kunistar. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come to give the highest to the lowest. What is the highest in this world? Krishna Prem. And we are Kali Yuga people, Dapar batch. जो सतयुग में पास नहीं हुए, त्रेता में पास नहीं हुए, द्वापर में पास नहीं हुए, वो सब कलयुग में बैठे हैं. मैं भी उसमें से ही हूँ, चिंता मत करिए, आप लोगों को गाली नहीं दे रहा हूँ. Everybody is there. Shamanand Prabhu was telling one day in Bhagavatam class, वो गार्बेज डंप रहता है, पिट गार्बेज कैन, उसमें जो नीचे वाला सबसे रहता है ना, स्टिंकिंग और जूसी पार्ट, that is the most horrible and degraded. तो ये this entire material world is like the garbage bin only. लेकिन सतयुग भी ऊपर वाला है, फिर उसके नीचे त्रेता, फिर द्वापर, और हम लोग स्पेशल वाले में हैं, जूसी वाले में. So that's how we are. तो कभी पास नहीं हुए, हमारा 35% लाने का भी प्रॉब्लम चल रहा है. और महाप्रभु बोल रहे हैं इनको कंपनी में CEO बना दो. That's why he has come here for, to give the highest to the lowest. And he is giving it freely. Still, Kali Yuga people are so, जो भी लगा दो, still they don't take it. आश्चर्यम् एतद्धि मनुष्य लोके सुधाम परित्यज्य विषम पिबन्ति. नामानि नारायण गोचराणि त्यक्त्वान्यवाचा कुहका पठन्ति. Ashcharya, it is so very astonishing. In this world, people are drinking poison, giving up nectar. तो दुनिया भर का कचरा सुनने में मजा आता है. राधा गोविंद महाराज says about news channels. He says ये था कचरा आज तक, इंतजार करिए कल तक. That's what we take interest in. So therefore we have come here to imbibe our consciousness in this pure Hari Katha. That's why we have come here for. And Mahaprabhu has come to give the highest. And for that he employed the best of the people. Rup Sanatan Goswami, Finance Minister, Chief Minister, Prime Minister. Raghunath Das Goswami, son of a billionaire. Raghunath Bhatt Goswami, son of the head priest of Varanasi. Gopal Bhatt Goswami, the son of the head priest of Shirandam temple. Jiva Goswami, best of the erudite scholars. सब चुन चुन के सबको उठाया अपना मिशन चलाने के लिए. That's how Mahaprabhu is. In the morning, Rasikarana Prabhu was telling how Mahaprabhu told Tapan Mishra to go to Varanasi. So this is a very, very interesting, event in the history of the creation where Mahaprabhu is personally picking up the choices of the people and putting them in strategic locations so that we can come here and chant the holy names of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Mahaprabhu didn't send Panchatattva to Vrindavan. Panchatattva को नहीं भेजे, षड गोस्वामीज को भेजे. Why? Everybody has some unique skills. So all of us, we have to find out what is our skill, what is my skill which I can use in Krishna service. सबको भगवान कुछ ना कुछ दिए हैं. कोई ऐसा, किसी को ऐसा लगता है कि मुझ में कुछ भी अच्छा नहीं है, ऐसा लगता है किसी को? Everybody has something to offer to Krishna. We have to try to find that and use it in Krishna service. So Mahaprabhu, he sent Rup Sanatana Goswami and they started excavating holy places. 4 instructions Mahaprabhu gave to Rup Sanatana. Anyone can tell me what are the 4 instructions Mahaprabhu gave them? First is excavate the holy places of Vrindavan. Second, write scriptures. Third, establish deity worship. And preach by your own example. Tumi kariha bhakti shastrera prachar, Mathuraya lupta tirthera kariha uddhar, Vrindavane Krishna seva Vaishnava achar, Bhakti smriti shastra kariha prachar. These 4 instructions Mahaprabhu gave to Rup, Sanatana and all the Goswamis. So with that instruction they came to Vrindavan. Rup Sanatana, they entered Vrindavan in 1616. Mahaprabhu had gone in 1515. 1 year later, Rup Sanatana, they entered Vrindavan. So that time, so now we'll be entering into a very, very happening, period in our Gaudiya Parampara. We'll see what all sacrifices various devotees have performed. And if anybody is interested in the history and some politics, so we'll be hearing a little bit of that. Somebody was, one devotee saying, Prabhuji, ऐसा थोड़ा आग लगना चाहिए. कितना शोषण किया है हमारा मुगलों ने. Our purpose of describing this history is not to make our blood boil. We have to make our head cool and understand the glorious sacrifice and commitment of our acharyas. That's why we are sitting here peacefully now. हम लोग खून खौला के कुछ भी नहीं करने वाले. हम लोग खाली फेसबुक पे कुछ पोस्ट डालेंगे. That's all. So we'll be discussing, hearing all that. So Akbar, he was the king from 1505 to 1565. 1556 to 1605. And in these 50 years, he started making coalitions with kings of Jaipur or Rajput kings. And he gave so many donations. He gave lots of land to all the deities of Vrindavan. It was a strategic move. It was not like Akbar को बहुत प्रेम आ गया इसलिए उसने दान दिया. It was a strategic move to make all these Rajput kings favorable towards him. And ultimately in 1564, Srila Rupa Goswami left this world. 6 years before that, in 1558, Sanatana Goswami had left this world already. So then after departure of Rupa Goswami, Jaipur kings, they became all the more involved in taking care of Govindadev. And they started providing for the deities. They started providing all the jewelry, gold, silver, various costly outfits. जो वृंदावन का लोई बाजार जो है ना, that was known as Govinda Bazaar. That was made by Jai Singh, made by Man Singh, so that the various paraphernalia for Govindadev can be provided to the Lord. तो उसका गोविंद बाजार से लोई बाजार कैसे हो गया? 150 years back, some of the vendors, they started selling woolen chadar on the streets of Govinda Bazaar. तो woolen chadar को हिंदी में क्या बोलते हैं? लोई. So that's how it became known as Loi Bazaar. So then Man Singh, he wanted to establish wonderful deity worship. So he was really involved. So far the temple was not made. Still, the Govindadev was being worshipped in a small temple, which was built by a person in 1535. That was the first temple. We'll see there are 9 temples built for Govindadev on his journey from Vrindavan to Jaipur. So, Jiva Goswami, he was really involved in strategic planning. He was a master strategist. Spiritualist doesn't mean ठीक है हमको खाली भजन करना है, चैंटिंग करना है, दुनिया जो कुछ भी कहे हम तो बुद्धू ही रहने वाले हैं, people can say anything to us. No. A devotee means he is a very, very expert person in the world. Nobody should think that इनको तो कुछ भी बोल सकते हैं. They can be exploited. So, as Prabhupada would say, one should be lamb at home and anyone knows? Lion at the chase. When you are with devotees, be humble. Many times we are artificially humble. Prabhuji, मैं तो दास हूँ. After few years, शुरू में आते हैं तो सब प्रभु जी दिखते हैं ना. प्रभु जी और मैं तो एकदम तुच्छ. After few years, das. After few years, das. And after few years, if somebody doesn't call us Prabhu, तो ये मेरे को प्रभु नहीं बोल रहे हैं. I am practicing in so many years. So we have to be humble in association of devotees, but when we are in the outside world, we should be firm and we should be known as a very, very expert person in whatever fields we are. Jiva Goswami was that. So in 1565, Akbar, he donated lots of land. He gave 400 bigha of land to that time King Raja Bharmal Kachwaha. Who was Bharmal Kachwaha? So Raja Bharmal, he married his daughter. Who was the daughter of Bharmal? Jodhabai. सुना जोधाबाई के बारे में? How many of you know जोधाबाई? Okay. सब लोग जानते हैं ना? जोधा अकबर तो देखी होगी. So Jodhabai, she was the daughter of Raja Bharmal. Bharmal's son was a king known as Bhagwan Das Kachwaha, and the son of Bhagwan Das was Man Singh. इस हिस्ट्री की बता रहा मान सिंह कौन है बताने के लिए. Bharmal Kachwaha, his son was Bhagwan Das Kachwaha, his son was Man Singh. Man Singh was a very great devotee of the Lord, at the same time a king. So one should know that becoming a devotee means one should be expert in whatever he is doing. As a student, as a working professional, सब मोह माया है प्रभु जी पढ़ लिख के क्या करना है. No, not like that. We have to become best in whatever we are doing, whatever our capacity is. Become the best, whatever you can. We can't become the best, but we can give our best. And that's what Man Singh gave. He gave his best, ruling the world, ruling his kingdom, and he gave his best serving Krishna. That is a devotee. So then Man Singh, he was taking care of the kingdom nicely, and then later Raghunath Bhatta Goswami, he became the guru of Man Singh and Todarmal. And because of the Man Singh, this beautiful temple which we see in Vrindavan now, it was built. So this temple construction started in 1500. So this construction started in 1570 and it was completed in 1590. So that time, this construction took 20 years. And in between, why Man Singh decided to build a temple for Lord Govindadev? So we heard in the morning, Rasik Ranapur described how he went to Jiva Goswami and he asked his blessings. If I can defeat this Rana Pratap, then I'll build the temple. So Man Singh defeated Rana Pratap in the battle of Haldi Ghati and he came back and he started constructing this temple. And 1590, this beautiful temple of Govindadev was over. And Jiva Goswami, he glorified Mansingh and Akbar. He wrote an entire Ashtakam, Govindadev Ashtakam, Govinda Mandir Ashtakam. And in that he glorifies Akbar as Arkvaro Mahan. कोई स्पॉन्सर्ड डोनर आता है तो उसको थोड़ा सा ग्लोरीफाई करना ही पड़ता है ना. So some details are there. The project manager was a person Kalyan Das, architect was Manak Chand Chopra, and mason was Govinda Das from Delhi. At that time, you know what was the cost to build the entire temple? अभी गोल्ड का रेट क्या चल रहा है? हाँ, 60,000 per tola. That time the gold was 10 rupees per tola. And उसके हिसाब से the cost for construction was 13 lakh rupees. तो भी आप कैलकुलेट कर लीजिए आज के टाइम के हिसाब से गोविंददेव मंदिर construction costed how much? That was the amount which was spent on constructing the temple of Govindadev. So the entire temple was 300 feet high. आज जो देख रहे हैं वो तो केवल 3 स्टोरी है because औरंगजेब destroyed the upper 4 floors. And Chaitanya Charitamrita describes the beautiful worship which was going on in Govindadev temple. That time, who was the head pujari of Govindadev temple? Anyone knows? Haridas Pandit. Kaviraj Goswami describes beautifully in Adi Leela. He says, Vrindavane kalpadrume suvarna sadan mahayog pithataha ratna simhasan तातेवसी अच्छे सदा ब्रजेंद्रानंदन श्री गोविंद नाम देव साक्षात मदम. So in the place of Yog Peeth there is a beautiful Swarna Simhasan, and on that the beautiful Lord Govindadev is sitting. Raj Seva hai yahan vichitra prakar divya vastra alankar. Raj Seva was going on, royal worship. Unlimited varieties of cloths were offered, beautiful ornaments, jewelry, different varieties of bhoga was offered every hour. How many servants were there? Sahasra sevaka seva kore anukshan, sahasra vadane seva nayaya varnan. Thousands of devotees were serving Govindadev. और आज क्या देखते हैं गोविंददेव? It is a desolated temple. What can we understand from this? We should understand that we should never take anything for granted. Whatever opportunities we are getting now, coming to IYS Yatra, ask your alumni, आपके seniors रहेंगे जो अभी pass out होके they are married, you ask them, they will tell अरे क्या IYS के दिन थे, कितना मजा आता था. No responsibilities. अभी क्या responsibility है आपके पास? खाली पढ़ाई करनी है. And those who are working, they are still bachelors. Not much responsibility. And after you get married, so many responsibilities. Please try to take this opportunity very nicely. Imbibe yourself in each and every moment of this IYS Yatra. थोड़ा प्रॉब्लम तो होगा, थोड़ा दुख होगा, कभी पाँव में कील चुभेगा, कभी कोई बीमार होगा. Just learn to neglect all that and try to experience the holiness of this place of Jaipur. That's why we have come here for. थोड़ा प्रॉब्लम तो चलता ही रहेगा लाइफ में. We should not take anything for granted. After you go out of this, years, then याद आते हैं वो दिन. प्रभु जी ने बनाया था सत्य गोपीनाथ प्रभु ने हमारे कोविड टाइम्स में, राधा गोपीनाथ से सेपरेशन में याद आते हैं वो दिन. तो याद आएंगे ये दिन. बट दीज गुड मेमोरीज विल सस्टेन अस. यात्रा में कितना भी लेक्चर सुन लो, किसी को लेक्चर याद रहता है क्या? सच्ची बोलना, किसी को कल का लेक्चर याद है, आज सुबह का लेक्चर याद है पूरा? क्विज नहीं, क्विज बोले मेरे को ही टेंशन आ जाएगा, बोले ये कुछ नहीं बोल रहा है कोई. बट व्हाट वी रिमेंबर इन आवर यात्रास, प्रसाद भी याद आता है, लेकिन प्रसाद का मेनू याद नहीं आता। क्या याद आता है? क्या बोलते हैं हम लोग यात्रा जाके आए तो? बोलते हैं मजा आया मुझे, बहुत मजा आया मुझे, डांसिंग में मजा आया, कीर्तन में, लेक्चर में पता नहीं, प्रसाद में, दर्शन में मजा आया। These experiences, they sustain us. Please write down these experiences. बाद में जब प्रॉब्लम होगा ना, दुख होगा ना, कभी लगेगा बस हो गया यार, enough is enough, थोड़ा घूम के आता हूँ, वो पढ़ लेना। Good experiences will sustain us. लिखना चाहिए, अच्छी जो हमारी अच्छे अनुभवों को हमेशा याद रखना चाहिए। We tend to forget, भूल जाते हैं ना हम लोग। It is very easy to forget. But if we want to remember, we have to write down, we have to share with others, you know. So अभी क्या दिखता है गोविंदेव मंदिर? It is a desolated place. एक पुजारी हैं, बेचारे सेवा कर रहे हैं, ड्यूटी कर रहे हैं। So therefore we have to understand, 1590 Govindadev temple started. 1590 to 1670 it was a golden period. कितने साल हो गए? Just 80 years, that's all. हमको लगा था ये 80 साल हो गए प्रभु जी, 80 साल इतना सेवा चला, उसके बाद क्या हो गया? 1670 who attacked? औरंगजेब attacked वृंदावन. So हमने शुरू कौन से राजा से किया था? भारमल. उनकी बेटी का नाम, उनके बेटे का नाम भगवान दास, भगवान दास के बेटे का नाम मान सिंह. So Man Singh's son was another king, Bhau Singh, and Bhau Singh's successor was Jai Singh I. Jai Singh I के बारे में जो हम बहुत सुन रहे हैं. So what happened is, Jai Singh I, he developed some relationship problem with the eldest son of Shah Jahan. Shah Jahan had 3 sons. कौन कौन थे? एक तो औरंगजेब था, he was the youngest one. सबसे एल्डेस्ट वन वाज दारा शिको, एंड मिडिल वन का नाम मुझे भी याद नहीं है. सो ही हैड सम रिलेशनशिप प्रॉब्लम विद दारा शिको, एंड दिस औरंगजेब, ही वाज द यंगर वन. ही वाज हैंकरिंग फॉर थ्रोन, राजा बनना है, एंड हिज स्लोगन वाज या तख्त या ताबूत, या तो तख्त लेंगे या तो इसको हम मार देंगे. तख्त दो, तख्त मतलब throne, तख्त. Either you give me throne or I'll kill you. So Jai Singh I, he had some relationship problem with Dara Shikoh. He thought कि Dara Shikoh को मारना है, and Aurangzeb already wants to kill him. So he made alliances with Aurangzeb, and that's how Aurangzeb killed his 2 brothers, Dara Shikoh and his another brother. And he became the emperor. He imprisoned Shah Jahan, and as he became emperor, and just imagine, look, Jai Singh is such a great Vaishnava, and he made alliances with a person who destroyed all the temples in Vrindavan. So that's how, some decisions we take sometimes out of envy, out of anger, can, just come back on us in a very, very wrong way. So whenever in association of devotees, we should always feel free to take guidance from seniors. All of us, we should have somebody with whom we can share our hearts. All of you have at least one person जिसको आप अपने दिल की बात बता सकते हैं. If yes, please say loudly Hari Bol. Thank you. नहीं है तो बनाइए, बहुत जरूरी है. If we want to sustain in Krishna consciousness, we should have at least one friend with whom we can share our heart, and that person will not judge us. Just imagine हम लोग जाके अपने friend को बोलेंगे मेरा ये प्रॉब्लम है, क्या बात कर रहा है, तेरा ऐसा प्रॉब्लम चल रहा है, अरे अच्छा बता दिया, and then you feel अरे क्या मैं इसको trust कर रहा हूँ and he is making fun of me. You should have one friend on whom you can trust. And that person will help you make right decisions in life. Even Parikshit, when he was cursed to die, he had already decided that I will leave my kingdom and I'll sit on the bank of Ganga, I'll fast till death. I'll hear the glories of the Lord. When all the sages they assembled, Parikshit Maharaj, he puts his convictions in front of these Vaishnavas and asks for their confirmation. He says, I have decided this. Tamopayatam pratiyantu vipra ganga cha devi dhritachittamishe dvijopashishtam kuhakastakshako va dashatvalanga yata vishnu gata. He says, oh sages, let that snake bird come and bite me. I don't care. All of you, please keep on singing the glories of the Lord. That was his conviction. All of us have some convictions in our Krishna consciousness. इसलिए यहाँ पे बैठे हैं ना हम लोग. We want to grow in our convictions, right? इसलिए तो आए ना यहाँ पे. Just try to approach some of your friend and senior and tell, this is what my conviction is, and please tell me how can I execute it in a right way. The wrong thing which Jai Singh did is, he may not have consulted, some of his gurus to go ahead with this thought. And now, Aurangzeb, he became the emperor. And then one date is very, very prominent in the history of Gaudiya Vaishnavism. 27th August 1667 is noted down. On this day, Aurangzeb, he, gave a black decree, मतलब फरमान जारी किया. क्या फरमान जारी किया? Break all the Hindu temples all over India. Anyone supporting the Vedic culture should be broken down. All the schools, all the gurukuls should be destroyed. That was the Farman of Aurangzeb on 27th August 1667. And then, among all the temples, historians tell that he targeted Krishna temples of Vrindavan first. Why Vrindavan? For two reasons. First reason was, सब लोग जगे हुए हैं ना? First reason was, after giving this order, he had already demolished this Keshavji temple in Vrindavan, in Mathura. And he had built a huge mosque. जो यहाँ पे जन्मस्थान पे जो मंदिर है ना बगल में, मथुरा जन्मस्थान के जो मंदिर में एक बड़ा मस्जिद है. So he had already done that. He was sitting in that mosque and he was offering his namaz. He looked in the sky, looked at the stars. He found one star, few stars really bright. So he asked his minister, "ये कौन से तारे हैं?" His minister said, "Jahapana, these are not stars. These are the lamps which are lit on the top of Govindadev temple." That day was Ekadashi. And it was a tradition in Govindadev temple that pujaris, they would light up 51 ghee lamps, big ghee lamps. तो Ekadashi का दिन था. Why 51 ghee lamps? When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he sent Kashishwar Pandit, Kashi Mishra, to assist Rup Sanatana Goswami. He told Kashi Mishra, you establish the same deity worship which is going on in Jagannath Puri. तो आज भी Jagannath Puri में, on every Ekadashi, on the top of the Jagannath Puri temple, they lit huge lamps. So that tradition was going on there. So when Aurangzeb saw this, he became really furious. And on top of that, आग में घी डालने के लिए, one of the ministers of Aurangzeb told him, "Jahapana, आपके दादाजी जो है ना, Akbar, he has sponsored to construct this Govindadev temple." And he became furious. His lips were trembling with anger. किसी का ऐसा हुआ, इतना गुस्सा आया किसी को, कहाँ पर है पूरा शरीर? That's how trembling he was. And he said, "How could an emperor of Mughal League build a temple larger than mosque?" मस्जिद से बड़ा मंदिर कैसे बना सकता है कोई राजा, मुगल राजा? He ordered that his army on that day, Ekadashi day, go and destroy this temple. That was the first reason. Second reason, Aurangzeb, he had captured Shivaji Maharaj. I think Rasik Ramapur told in the morning. On 16th August 1666, Shivaji Maharaj escaped from the prison of Aurangzeb. And who helped Shivaji Maharaj in escaping? So कहाँ तक पहुँचे थे हम लोग? कौन से राजा तक पहुँचे थे? भारमल का बेटा भगवान दास का बेटा मान सिंह का बेटा भाव सिंह का बेटा जय सिंह का बेटा was राम सिंह वन. So this person is जय सिंह वन. हम लोग अपना एक टेक्स्ट बुक में बहुत सारा हिस्ट्री पढ़े हैं ना, थोड़ा ये वाला हिस्ट्री भी याद करना चाहिए. हम लोग खाली औरंगजेब का बाप ये, दादा ये, उसका बेटा ये सब याद किए, तो ये सब याद करना चाहिए. वैदिक किंग्स. So the son of Jai Singh was Ram Singh. So Ram Singh, he helped Shivaji Maharaj to escape from the prison of Aurangzeb, and Aurangzeb became really angry. And he thought, I will hit these Rajputs where it will hurt the most. राजपूतों का हृदय किसके पास है? Govindadev. They were really great devotees of Govindadev. उनका लिए जान सब मतलब Govindadev was be all and end all of all the Rajput kings. सब कुछ वही है. So Aurangzeb, he gave the order that you destroy this Vrindavan. Now, आगे बताओ. जबरदस्त एकदम सस्पेंस वाली स्टोरी है, रोमांचक है बहुत. One of the soldiers in the army of Akbar was Aurangzeb was Rajput. He heard this. On that night itself, he went on a horse, and the horse name was Pawan. ये भी इतना भी दिया है. All this detail is there in Vrindavan Research Institute. गए आप लोग? वृंदावन गए? वृंदावन, how many of you been to वृंदावन? सब लोग गए. तो वृंदावन में अपना कृष्ण बलराम मंदिर है ना, उसके आगे उसी रोड पे आगे जाएंगे, there is a Vrindavan Research Institute. So they have all the letters and all these wonderful details. So our Indrajit Maharaj, he has done a great research, and he has spoken about it in 12 lectures. We will put in on the group these 12 lecture links. So please listen it. I will not be able to describe completely, but it is amazing description. It is 8:24 now. So this soldier, he went on his horse Pawan, and on 8 April 1669, there was a Goswami of Govindadev temple. His name was Shivaram Goswami. He is going to be the hero of our further discussions. Whatever Shivaram Goswami does is amazing. He really risks his life. So a soldier in the middle of the night knocks the door of Shivaram Goswami. Shivaram Goswami would stay just next door to Govindadev temple. रात में 12 बजे बजाए, and he told everything. Oh Goswami ji, Aurangzeb has sent half of his army to destroy Thakurji and Govindadev temple. In the middle of the night, Shivaram Goswami goes on the top of Govindadev temple. There was a huge bell. He started ringing that bell in the middle of the night. All the people, all the priests, they assembled. And Shivaram Goswami, he told everything. And now they had to do something to save the deities. So they took decision to shift the deities of Govindadev, Radharani, Vrindadevi, Yogamaya, and of course all the other deities of Vrindavan. Overnight ये सब करना है. सोचिए, रात में सब चल रहा है, because they know next morning the soldiers are arriving there. So what they did, there was a lake in the vicinity of Govindadev temple that was also known as Govind Kund. Oh, Govardhan wala nahi, ये दूसरा Govind Kund है. They hid the deities of Govindadev, Radharani, Vrindadevi and Yogamaya in that pond. They could not hide the jewelry. because it was huge, because all the Rajput kings were donating, generously. मतलब इतना भर के सोना चांदी जवाहरात हीरे मोती सब है, but they didn't care to hide them. You know what they did? They decided to save the manuscripts of the Goswamis. You can understand in this intense situation what they are deciding to save, protect scriptures. Srila Prabhupada and all our acharyas, they have written such wonderful literatures for all of us. किसके लिए लिखे? हमारे लिए ना? How many of you have read Bhagavad Gita completely? How many have read Bhagavatam? Chaitanya Charitamrita? That is our situation now. हमारे आचार्यों ने all of, how many of you are chanting 16 rounds here? Wow. हिंदी भगवद गीता इज अ पैन वैदिक बुक. सब लोग भगवद गीता पढ़ते हैं. भागवतम इज अ वैष्णव लिटरेचर एंड चैतन्य चरितामृत इज अ गौड़ीय वैष्णव लिटरेचर. हम लोग कौन है? गौड़ीय वैष्णव. सो अकॉर्डिंग टू दिस डेफिनेशन वी शुड हैव चैतन्य चरितामृत कंठस्थ. कंठस्थ मतलब पूरा आना चाहिए. नहीं प्रभु जी क्या मजाक कर रहे हैं, हम भगवद गीता पढ़ने में ही बड़ी बात है. These people in the middle of such calamity, they are deciding to protect, say what? Not gold, not jewelry, not gems. क्या बचा रहे हैं? Scripture, शास्त्र बचा रहे हैं. हमको कितना easily available है ना? Because these scriptures ऐसा नहीं कि हाँ भाई लिख दिया, सॉफ्ट कॉपी बना दिया है. अरे they are the only copies available. They really meant it. सच में these are precious. They are more precious than gold, jewelry, gems, stones, diamonds. हमारे पास सब कुछ है ना. हमको लगता है कभी भी पढ़ लेंगे यार, वो कभी नहीं आता है. So please, humble request to make some decision, some commitment कि मैं भगवद गीता भागवत पढ़ूंगा. As a responsible devotee, as a IYS devotee, we should at least read भगवद गीता and भागवतम. At least सब लोग एक कमिटमेंट करेंगे क्या? नेक्स्ट कल मदन मोहन के पास जाएंगे तो भगवान के सामने. मदन मोहन के साथ संबंध अधिदेव ना, संबंध बनाना है ना. संबंध बनाने के लिए सबसे पहले क्या करना पड़ता है? जानो तो सही किससे संबंध बनाना है. If you are in love with if you want to love someone, you will know about that person, right? अरे पढ़ो तो सही, पढ़ेंगे नहीं तो कैसे संबंध बनेगा? Please make one commitment to Madan Mohan tomorrow. I'll read Bhagavatam, I'll read Bhagavad Gita. That is very essential. Otherwise, if you are not reading, एहि लीलामृत विने खाए यदि अन्न पाने तबे भक्तेर दुर्बल जीवन. यारे को बिंदु पाने उत्फुल्लित तनो मने हासे गाए कोरे नर्तने. कबीरदास गोस्वामी says, प्रसाद तो डिवोटी पेट भर के खा रहा है, बट भागवत नहीं पढ़ रहा है. एहि लीला अमृत विने खाए यदि अन्न पाने. प्रसाद तो खा रहे हैं सब लोग पेट भर के. हाउ इज प्रसाद? Say loudly Haribol if you are liking the prasad. Thank you. So प्रसाद पेट भर के खाइए और जितना यहाँ तक खाइए, कुछ प्रॉब्लम नहीं. But if you are not reading the philosophy, तबे भक्तेरा दुर्बल जीवन, you will become weak spiritually, physically you may become strong. अभी वो हम जो पहले दिन में बच्चा आता है उसको तो बोलते हैं बेटा तू खा, जितना खाना है खा. All of you are now really, mature devotees. 3-4 साल से तो chanting कर ही रहे होंगे ना. Now you have to grow up. In one temple, one boy was coming every day in the Shayan Darshan, and the pujari would call him and he would give him sweet rice. तो हर रोज मिल रहा है उसको sweet rice. तो he thought यार रात में बस 5 मिनट जाने से sweet rice मिलता है. So he decided, I will join. दिन भर मिलेगा. So next day he joined, and the same devotee called him again. बोला चल रहा है अभी. So he called and he said, ये लो sweet rice. वो जो नया devotee आ रहा है उसको दो. So we have to now grow in our Krishna consciousness. Read the philosophy. तबे भक्तेरा दुर्बल जीवन यार एक बिंदु पाने उत्फुल्लित तनो माने. Just try to drink one drop every day. You'll make a promise to Madan Mohan tomorrow. At least I agree. If yes, say loudly Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Thank you. At least 10 मिनट तो पढ़ूंगा मैं भगवत गीता भागवतम कुछ तो रोज पढ़ूंगा. चैतन्य चरितामृत खोलो तो सही, देखो तो सही कैसा दिखता है. So they decided, and then they decided to save women, protect women and children. And now, ये रात भर में हो रहा है सब कुछ. So what they did, they put the deities in the pond, and all the scriptures they put in a huge wooden box, and they buried in a nearby forest. Next day morning, Dwadashi, the soldiers they came, started attacking. Started breaking temple, Govindadev temple. There were some really heroic saints. They embraced the pillars of Govindadev temple, thinking that at least हम लोग embrace करके रखेंगे तो छोड़ देंगे लोग. These saints were mercilessly slaughtered by the soldiers of Aurangzeb. So that's the sacrifice which all these devotees have done for all of us. So that we can now go and take darshan of Govindadev and understand the legacy of our acharyas. How much sacrifice Prabhupada has done. रात भर जग के लिखे, किसके लिए लिखे? क्या जरूरत है 70 साल में अमेरिका जाने का? So that we all can take to Krishna consciousness. Not just to propagate, हाँ हम लोग हिंदू हैं और हम लोग यहाँ पे धरना देंगे, मोर्चा निकालेंगे. No. First of all, सुना होगा आपने. I wanted to change the whole world. Then I thought it is difficult. I realized. Then I wanted to change my country. That was also very difficult. I wanted to change my family. वो भी नहीं हो रहा है. Now I am working on changing myself. That's where we have to begin with. Learn to change yourself first by absorbing in the Gaudiya Parampara. इधर उधर का मत सुनो ज़्यादा. यूट्यूब और हिंदू और ये और वो सुनने का जरूरत नहीं है. भगवत गीता पढ़ा है क्या आप लोगों ने? भागवत पढ़ा है कि नहीं पढ़ा है तो पढ़िए. Don't waste time in surfing through YouTube and all the social media apps. Try to spend more time with scriptures, with Bhagavatam. So then, these Goswamis, all these devotees, they really sacrifice their life. Indra Maharaj Hiraki tells that we should remember the sacrifice of these great saints and make our commitment very strong. कुछ भी हो यार भक्ति नहीं छोड़ूंगा. कुछ भी हो भगवत गीता पढ़ूंगा. जितने भी दोस्त मेरे को बोले, मेरे पेरेंट्स बोले, मेरा फैमिली बोले, I will not leave this process of Krishna consciousness. Why? इतने सारे आचार्यों ने किसके लिए बलिदान दिया भाई? हमारे लिए ना. So as a gratitude we should follow it. Actually we can never repay the debt. नैवोपयन्त्यपचितिं कवयस्तवेश ब्रह्मायुषा विकृतमृत्युमुदं स्मरन्तः योऽन्तवहस्तनुभृताम् अशुभं विधुन्वन् आचार्य चैत्यवपुषा स्वगतिं व्यनक्ति. This verse says, even if you are given a life of Brahma, even if you are given a poetic skill, still you can never write down what Lord is doing for us. हमको लग रहा है मैं सुबह सुबह मंगल आरती जाके इतना मेहनत कर रहा हूँ, कितना मेहनत करके सुबह सुबह उठा. अरे भगवान इतना मेहनत करके तुमको यहाँ पे, who gave inspiration so that बेटा चलना जयपुर जाना चाहिए तेरे को? It was Lord inspiring us. So as a gratitude, it is said that we can never repay our gratitude to the Lord who is working from inside as Paramatma and from outside as devotees of the Lord. Only way to repay our gratitude is, repay our debt is, we can never repay, but at least we can show our gratitude. कृतज्ञता तो व्यक्त कर सकते हैं ना. How to show our gratitude? कैसे व्यक्त करेंगे? By following what they are telling, by reading So now, अभी क्या हो रहा है? Demolition चल रहा है. It took 2 months to break the upper 4 stories. 2 महीना तोड़ रहे हैं ये लोग. And those 4 upper stories were not complete. Temple was not 7 stories. The main Garbhagriha was 7 story. So they broke the upper 4 stories. And now, अभी ये विग्रहों को रखा है कहाँ पे? पानी में. So our Shivram Goswami, he decided we have to move the deities. So then he took some cow dung paddy, वो गोबर के कंडे, उसमें कुछ sheep wool डाला, and he put some opium powder. Aurangzeb had employed all the soldiers, guards. Overnight they were working to find out any suspicious activity. कहीं से कोई भी गोविंददेव को लेके जाएगा हम लोग पकड़ेंगे. Because Aurangzeb was really furious for Govindadev. He wanted to destroy Govindadev. So this Shivram Goswami, in the middle of the night, he put a cloth on his mouth, put opium powder, and he was moving around. उस समय it was normal. मतलब वो मच्छर भगाने के लिए ऐसा गांव में घूमते हैं ना लोग. So he added opium powder, and all the guards went to sleep. And then he took out all the deities with the help of some very powerful men, and they put it on the bullock cart. That bullock cart is still there in Jaipur somewhere, जिसमें वो विग्रहों को वहाँ से लेके आए थे. So then, first stop was Radhakund. They stopped at Radhakund because Radhakund was supported by a very powerful farmers. They were called as Jat and Gujjar. Jat और Gujjar famous है ना? सुना रहेगा आपको. So they were very powerful farmers. So Shivram Goswami, he knew that कि चलो भाई इनको तो if we take deities to Radhakund, the deities will be protected. All the while Shivram Goswami was serving the deities. बुल्लक कार्ट पे सेवा चल रही है. Nothing can stop us from practicing Krishna consciousness apart from our mind. There is only one thing which can stop us, our mind. त्वयि मे अनन्य विषया मतिर्मधुपते सकृत रतिमुद्वहता दग्धा गंगैवोघं मुदन्वति. Just like the river goes towards Ganga, ocean, Ganga goes towards the ocean, Kunti Maharani is saying, my mind goes towards you, O my Lord. So all of us should pray to the Lord. Let my mind always go towards you. हमारा मन अभी छोड़ देंगे तो किधर जाता है? बोल भी नहीं सकते ना. Lowest of the things, mind goes. So we have to find out ways how we can become more and more Krishna conscious. सब लोग को पैनिक बटन अपना रेडी रखना चाहिए. When lust attacks us, when envy attacks us, when pride attacks us, what we should do? Keep your panic button ready. क्या करना है जब मुझे काम, क्रोध, लोभ आते हैं ना बीच बीच में? मतलब कई बार नहीं आते हैं. One person went to Prabhupada. Prabhupada, it seems that sometime I fall in Maya. Prabhupada said, you are always in Maya. Sometimes you fall in Krishna. तो हमारा हाल तो वैसा ही है. So we should be ready. आग लगने पर कुआं नहीं खोदते ना हम लोग. We should keep some prayers ready to pray to the Lord when we are tormented by lust, envy, pride. So in this way, it is a long story. It is 41 now. So I'll just quickly in 5 minutes, end the whole story. Someday we'll discuss in detail. So in Radhakund, the third temple was built. थर्ड टेम्पल ऑफ गोविंद. पहला टेम्पल बनवाया 1535 में. दूसरा टेम्पल, द बिग टेम्पल, वाज बिल्ट बाय मान सिंह 1590. Then when they shifted in Radhakund, the small temple was built. It was no शिखर, no dome. वृंदावन के बहुत सारे टेम्पल ऐसे ही रहते हैं ना. राधा रमन टेम्पल, श्याम सुंदर, उसको बोलते हैं हवेली स्टाइल के टेम्पल. Because Mughals, they could not understand कि मंदिर है कि घर है. That's how the deities are protected. So 1670 to 71, 1 साल, 2 साल, the deities stayed at Radhakund. And then in 71, rumors started spreading again that Govindadev is being worshipped at Radhakund. Now, it is a constant anxiety of Shivram Goswami. तो इतना एंजाइटी है कि आप लोगों को कल पता नहीं मेरा फीडबैक मिलेगा कि नहीं चैंटिंग करने के लिए. वो एंजाइटी नहीं हो, अच्छा हुआ प्रभु जी फीडबैक गायब हो गया, कैसे चैंटिंग करेंगे बताओ. सच में एक डिवोटी लास्ट यात्रा में आई टेकन सम बॉयज, बोले चैंटिंग नहीं कर प्रभु जी फीडबैक गायब है. अरे फीडबैक गायब है तो दूसरे से ले ले. So that was a constant anxiety of Shivram Goswami. How to protect the deities. And he was thinking. So he wrote a letter to Ram Singh I. Who was Ram Singh I? Jai Singh I ka beta. He wrote a letter. It is there, still there in Vrindavan Research Institute. Jo letter likha. He says, "O King, you are devoted like your father. We are a small community of devotees at Radhakund, and we are expecting a favor from you. Please provide shelter to Govindadev so that the service of Govindadev can go on smoothly." So Ram Singh, अभी किसी को ऐसा ही लेटर मिलेगा तो that is मतलब सोने पे सुहागा. He happily agreed and he did all the arrangements. Govindadev was brought to Kamyavan. Kamyavan में the fourth temple of Govindadev was built. There Govindadev stayed for 5 years, 71 to 75. And then Shivram Goswami, our hero again, he's मतलब सोचिए उनकी साधना भी करनी है, उनकी पूजा भी है, and he had to protect the Lord also. So he is a all-round personality. He is a strategist. He is a go-getter. He is like a wonderful personality. So then from 1675, again some rumors started that Aurangzeb is about to attack. So then under the supervision of Shivram Goswami, they again shifted the deities to another place. From 1675 to 1688, they were staying at another place. And in 1688, Shivram Goswami, he departed. He left this world. And then after this, Ram Singh also departed. And Indradum Maharaj said, he had told Hari Parshad Prabhu to compose a pranam mantra for Shivram Goswami. So Hari Parshad Prabhu, some of you may not be knowing, Hari Parshad Prabhu is a very, very wonderful scholar, Sanskrit scholar of our ISKCON. So he recites beautiful, he has composed a beautiful pranam mantra. Sab log bolenge? Prabhum Shri Shivram Yajnam Amrityor Hari Sevakam Govindarpitam Pranantam Pranamami Punah Punah. So he is offering obeisances to Shivram Goswami. He offered his life in the service of Govindadev. And then Jai Singh's son Ram Singh, and he started taking care of that service. And then his son was Vijay Singh, and who later became known as Savai Jai Singh II, the famous king who built the city of Jaipur. So he is also a wonderful devoted personality. Bachpan se he was staying in, he spent lots of his time in Gokulanand temple in Vrindavan, hearing from Loknath Goswami, hearing from Krishna Chakravarti. So under disciples of them. So then he started, thinking, I want to build a temple. He had a beautiful palace in Vrindavan called Jai Singh Dhera. अगर अभी भी आदमी जाएंगे आप, वंशीवट के पास में एक टेम्पल है, एक पैलेस है, जय सिंह घेरा बोलते हैं. One time he was taking rest there. Govindadev appeared in the dream of Jai Singh too. You are sleeping peacefully in palace. I was staying in palace. Now I am in a small simple temple and you are staying in a beautiful palace. What is this happening? Please build a temple for me. So Jai Singh immediately called all the ministers and they planned this city of Jaipur. So that's how this entire city of Jaipur, the construction started. And after this construction was over, the deities were shifted from Kanak Vrindavan. So वो ढूंढ रहे हैं अभी अच्छा जगह ढूंढ रहे हैं. Jai Singh found this Kanak Vrindavan, जहाँ पे हम गए अभी, and it was a place full of kadamba trees and a pond. So वहाँ पे पहले मंदिर बनाया, and then he made this beautiful city, and the center of the city is the temple of Govindadev. So this is a wonderful story of the travel of Govindadev, and we can understand how devotees have struggled a lot, how Jai Singh has put Krishna in the center. So all of us as students, as practicing, working professionals, we should try to keep Krishna in center, try to imbibe the philosophy, read the glorious parampara we have, and take advantage of it. We'll stop here. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Govindadev Bhagwan ki Jai.